YouTube as well. Hello, YouTube. Welcome to Mosh Weekly Community Tournament 105. We had short notice on this one. I was busy with some stuff and didn't get to set up the tournament page in advance. But we do have 4 people today, so we're going to have 2 rounds. Round 1, Ninja Pang is playing against Eurosmeister. Kepko is versus Cyrus the Great. And then their winner will play in the finals, which I will observe. I'm going to observe Kepko versus Cyrus, and we're going to observe Cyrus versus... the winner of this game versus the winner of game 1. So let's take a look at their decks. So since we're watching Cyrus versus Kepko, those are the decks we'll look at. Looks like the bans are in and the players have done their selection. So Kepko's Self-Wound deck was banned and Cyrus's Rain deck were banned. So here are Cyrus's deck. Cyrus's Golden Necker, Necrotome Vampires with lemons and Varina, Mata. Also Ice Giant Shatoon is a second artifact, which is a puzzle block with Maxi for thinning. Operator, Decree, Mata, and Curse Scroll. Unfortunately, I cannot Gossifer. Well, I'll play some Gwent afterwards on ladder if you guys want to see more Gwent. I mean, if Ninja Pang and Eurosmeister are in the chat, is Euros here? The problem is Ninja is usually not in the chat, so I don't have a way of communicating with him to tell him to wait. What I could, like, if I had been observing the other game, then it might have been possible, but lesson learned for next time. So we're going to get 2 series today, and then I'll play a little bit on ladder. Again, sorry about that. Okay, so this is the Vampires deck. Here's Enslave with Helga. We've seen Cyrus play this before. And then we have Rage of the Sea. This is the deck that got banned with Dagger and Fulmar, Defender. And finally, Lined Pockets with Townsfolk. So it looks like 1 Sesame was cut for Excommunicate. This looks like my deck. I was just trying to figure out how to set this deck up with the Sesame nerfs. Looks like Cyrus has figured out. He cut 1 Sesame for Eavesdrop. And he's also running XCOM with Eternal Fire Disciple and Tax Collector. Everything else looks to be the same. 1 Blacksmith, 1 Brawler. And then Kepko has brought this deck. We've seen them play before, Zoltan Warrior Gezras, and it got a Provision. Looks like the Provision has gone to Antherion. I was thinking maybe a Caress would go to Rebuke, but it looks like Caress has good value with Sentinels because it's a Purify plus 6 points for 4p. Pretty good card. There's a Swarm Arrakis Golden Necker deck. We've seen Kepko play this before as well with Yen. And we have Kepko also with a Helga deck. This time, this one has Ardol, Battle Stations, and Sandor. And finally, this is the Self-Wound Melusine Golden Necker deck that got banned. So here we go. Game 1. Kepko is playing Precision Strike Gezres from Blue Coin, and Cyrus is playing Assimilate Helga from Red. Mulligan's Hefty Helga doesn't want to play it in round 1 and is confident they'll draw it again. This deck does run Joachim and Magnes and Battle Stations, so it has a lot of thinning. There's also even a Fur card. The opener from Kepco is Popco Gale. It's going to be difficult for Cyrus to answer. He could, open with Assassination for 5 damage and then follow it with Attorney Joust. And Obsidian Mirror on Neophytes isn't bad, as they can transform. So Cyrus can at least play a few cards here and try and get something out of Kepco. I think that's kind of the plan. Gonna be his plan. We'll have to see. If we see cards like Lydia and Vilgefortz committed, then we know Cyrus is really trying to win the round. Looks like we're going to go with Fur Cart into Joust. So no attempt to get rid of Popco. We're going to save Assassination, it seems. It's either that or the goal of playing Fur Cart was to give Spying to Popco. Which Popco in this deck can be decent. Like, it wouldn't proc any Harmony, but having something that does 2 damage a turn is still pretty good. This deck does not play any non-devotion units, so any neutral units rather, so it would still, like, there's nothing to brick Popco's ability. There's Obsidian Mirror, and Spying does go on Popco, so Artaud now has a deploy target. Kepco answers one of the Neophytes. His hand is also pretty gold, so it's going to be interesting to see what he plays here. It's going to be Fauve. To just a Dryad's Caress, takes off the Spying so that we don't see, like, preventing a coup on Popco. You know what I could have done? I was thinking of watching the other game, but hey, Sam. Yeah, if you want to observe the other tourney, sounds like people, or the other match, sounds like people wanted to see that, but I saw your stream ended. Yeah, we're gonna have the tournament, and then I'm gonna do a little bit of Gwent, and then we're gonna look at the October sale, autumn sale on. Or break the client, yeah, no worries. The October sale on Steam. There's some stuff that I've been thinking about getting. If you guys are looking for new games, we'll be looking at that stuff and deciding what to buy. So Vilgefortz on Popco was actually a pretty big play, and it pulled out a Sentinel. But then Kepco played Barnabas, and Cyrus passed. I think getting full leader is pretty good. Full leader and Popco. Because Cyrus plays Imperial Diviner. And Diviner will be able to purify Helga if it's locked. I mean, there is Saskia, but Saskia is also a good enslaved target. There's, with Call of the Forest, no, there's still Call of the Forest in the deck. But unless Pepco plays Saskia from call, I don't see how they prevent it getting yoinked. And the yoink on Saskia is pretty big because then Artot can play Saskia, and it's even better than Popco, I think. Since it creates a card. Proc assimilate twice. I think Cyrus here just plays a Scorpion. But yeah, as I was saying, this deck does have 2 locks, actually, I just realized. So there is more than one answer for Helga. And Cyrus doesn't play Vigo. So only 1 Purify. Looks like we're going to play Mana into Battle Stations. It's a little bit of an early commitment. But he's just going to play both Scorpions. And, I mean, Kepco, I think, right now is just happy to go round 3. Because now there's only 1 Helga left. Sure, there's some Assimilate engine. Well, yeah, he might still lose the long round against Stefan. Assimilate. But Cyrus's deck has limited control when Helga is neutralized. Because his Vilgefortz is gone. He has 1 Assassinate, 1 Enslave, and there's a Lydia. I guess there's another Joustin deck too, usually. No, there's Treason. But Kepco's not going to play into Treason. And Kepco is able to answer one of the Scorpions with just backup plan. That's pretty big. And if Cyrus doesn't find like a Dryad's Caress from Diplo or like, I don't think he'd play Lydia, but wait, what just happened? Okay, it was just a click to kill Simless because it's 1 less unit on the back row. Yeah, if he finds a boost in Diplo, he can maybe keep this from dying to Skirmisher, but no, instead he's just going to play Obsidian Mirror. And I guess it's a question of, is Skirmisher worth using here over... It looks like Oak Critters is going to be Kepco's answer. Gets even further ahead in tempo, which is nice because Assimilates, like... Especially after playing Obsidian Mirror, it's kind of slow, right? Right now, Remedy would get Antherion. Oh, Purify is used. No game audio? Thank you, Sam. It should be fixed now.
Manticore Venom should do the trick.
So, Cyrus commits his only Purify to get rid of the bleed? And Kepco just seizes on that. He says, okay, well, without a Purify, this will answer Helga. And just uses Moran to kill the Scorpion.
Highly
and I think Cyrus is in trouble. You played Soldier Mirror without Iron Man. Yeah, that's also true. Lost 2 points, I guess, by doing it that way. Possibly 4 if he had waited until Antherion. Diplo will roll a Rhyhead Sapper. Oh, yeah. Well, Lydia can do a Caress if played on back row. There is a Caress in the graveyard. So maybe that's Cyrus's plan. Maybe he actually 5D chest Kepco.
Please, pay no heed to my face.
I'm just sitting here thinking... I was just saying that, like, Lydia having access to Caress means Helga might live and get value, even if it's pure, even if it's locked. But then immediately Cyrus played Lydia. And now Kepko commits the Zoltan. Which is 14 points of tempo, just bam. There's currently not a coup target. Okay, so Diplo into Skirmisher can set up a coup on Zoltan. And it procs 4 points of harmony. That's pretty massive. It means Kepko can't pass here. But I don't think Kepko was passing. Kepko was always playing Gezrus in this round. Oh, he passes. Okay. So is Coup enough points? Coup is 1? Yeah, Coup is more than enough. Easily. It's gonna be interesting. Well, no, it's not, because Helga's gonna get locked and then Cyrus is gonna forfeit. You think he's gonna lose his card if he played Gezrus? That makes sense, I guess. There's Frog mating season. That's actually kind of huge. Because like he can play critters and Frog mating season. When Assimilate, when you're playing against Assimilate and Assimilate is first to act. Oh, no Joachim. That's massive.
An ill wind blows.
This currently only has Popco. What you can do is you can just kind of deny, like, assimilate targets, and then they kind of have to play suboptimally. Like, Cyrus would have preferred to keep Artod and use it on Saskia, like, doing Saskia, then use it that way, but Frog Mating Season also creates bodies for Gezrus. That's why it's a big deal. I mean, that's not a bad coup. But instead it's, first Treason is used. This Frog Mating Season. This can still be cooed. I think you want to remove bodies. Like, killing a frog is 2 points. You have to assume opponent has frogs. What is this called of war spying? Nothing great. Probably a Cat Witcher Adept. Since you have frogs, there's good synergy between Witcher Adepts and frogs. Okay, so there's the yoink. That means Saskia is kind of free. Oh, and we're also using our coup now. I guess we had to. Should proc harmony at least. Here comes Saskia. Wait, is Capco gonna lose this? I actually don't know what's going on. Hey, Dave. How many forces should I your YouTube thumbnails? All of them. Listen, give me a better one, I'll use it.
What What do you need me to do?
There's a great deal to be learned.
Next, Tedatu.
He's doing business. Joachim was bricked anyway? Oh, that's true. Yeah, Joachim was bricked anyway. It's a good thing he didn't draw it. So, Stefan was used to answer Saskia. And now there's a... He did get a Purify from Sappers. That's hilarious. It's just a little late. Wow. Okay, so I don't know anything about this matchup. Everything I said was wrong. Kepko loses game 1. Despite what I thought was a good bleed. Using paint. That's fine. Some amazing thumbnails have been made in paint. Okay, so that's game number 1. It's not really a 3-minute ad. I sniped it with a 1-minute ad so that we'll get to the next game. What does that mean for the lineup? So Helga's gone. Cyrus has to win a game with either Line Pockets Igor or Golden Necker Vampires. Kepko, on the other hand, has Swarm, AQ. Obviously still has Precision and has his own Helga deck. I think the Helga deck does well into both Vampires and Lined Pockets. So the question for Kepko becomes, what's the second deck he plays? Is it AQ or is it Precision Strike? And I think it's going to be Precision Strike. Okay, he's going to play his Helga deck first.
You just picked a fight with the wrong kind of Skelliger.
Oh my god, Twitch ran ads anyway, even though I ran one? Oh my, I hate Twitch so much. Alright, well, at least YouTube's not getting ads. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah. Kiss followed by a punch. Hey, Tavorza. I posted the sign up page only this morning, so we have only 4 people. I'll have it up all week next time. But here we are. So Cyrus is playing basically my deck. The Cleaver Townsfolk deck. He's got a Tunnel Drill. He can give it Crystal Skull round 1. Makes sense. Probably gets Arnold though. No. The Kepko is gonna save Arnold for later. Mosh Warcrimes in your library. She gets Casino Bouncers. 5 points. Is there Hysteria in this? No. Looks like Cyrus got Hysteria. He plays Scribe and actually tributes it, interestingly enough. We should see a Sesame get played here. We do. He spends once, goes down to 4 coins. He can play Sewer Raiders next turn for thinning. Arnold on the 12 power. That makes sense. So he didn't want to Arnold it right away. He wanted to get a Boo Hurt first. But it's not the worst thing in the world. For Cyrus. I think Cyrus still plays the Sewer Raiders. Yep. Apparently behind on tempo. Okay. Resist the urge to play Junior here. Kepko also has 2 coded weapons. These are going to be really annoying for Cyrus, I think. But Cyrus does have Eavesdrop. So... Blue coin is kind of rough here. I mean, this matchup is just doomed, honestly, either way, because you're against the control deck. By the way, the deck got buffed, Dave. It got Firestorm Scraps are now 5 provisions or 5 power, but Sesame got nerfed by a provision, so I don't know. I kind of was fine with the old version. Okay. The Junior does come down. And I think Kepko's happy about that. Because now there's no answer to Sandor. And no answer to Scorpion Leader. And Coded Weapons was used on a Sewer Raider. Just to mess up the draws even more. The Junior and Tunnel Drill both have been used. Kepko is basically asking for Nova Justice. Because Cyrus can play, like, you know, BGF and Eavesdrop and whatnot, but in the long run, oh, actually he can, because he has a Tunnel Drill that's active and hasn't been Coded Weapons. But next turn it gets Coded Weapons, maybe, and then Eavesdrop won't be available. Yeah, so we're playing pretty good fun. And then leadering once, just so we can click Tunnel Drill again. And that gets Kepko to pass. So I think Cyrus, with his deck, will probably want to bleed. Try to get Sandor, Helga, like some of these engines out. Particularly, you know, ideally you get a Helga, but I mean, Kepko's going to resist. Right? He's not going to want to just give away his Helga so easily. Tried many variants and yours felt the best. That's not nice of you to put it in those vague and polite terms. So he's also nerfed. It was assassinated once again. Yeah. It is that Gwent, and I already love it. Well, Chi-Chi, I'm playing Baldur's Gate, which is like a classic computer RPG, but it's really well made, and it has a lot of like depth, and there's multiplayer. So come hang out when we play that if you're looking for something else.
Do you feel a draft? Let me shut the door.
The old Baldur's Gates? No. I also haven't played like Divinity Original Sin or anything. Okay, so what did Cyrus play just now? He just played Eavesdrop. Gets Novigrad.
Beautiful sight.
This is an easy Nova Justice into Brawler, I think. But I also know both hands, right? But Sandor is only 5 power. Novi Justin the Brawler, you'd have 7 coins. You finish it. And then you can play Novigrad again next turn. Because you want this on the board. You don't want to play it now. You overprofit a little. And you want to get rid of Sandor before it's able to click again. But Cyrus is roping hard. He just plays Bang into Hamilton. Okay, so he's gonna just go full Monka mode now, but he doesn't have Townsfolk. And this is just gonna get coded weapons. And that's gonna be game. I think. There's a Stefan. There's a Scorpion.
My boots got sand.
I guess Cyrus wants to save Noe Justice for later, but like, the thing is, Kepka's never gonna give you a kill on anything good, anything better than a Sandor with your Brawler. Right? He's gonna play War Council, and then when he plays Hefty Helga, he's gonna immediately boost it with War Council, and then you're just screwed. Because you don't have Tunnel Drill, and you don't have, like, Bloody Good Fun, and you don't have Hysteria. And this Hevel part's a brick now, and this Igor's a brick. Like, sure, he can drop a Coerced Blacksmith and spend, but... I don't know.
Now this is a knife.
Okay, so he does play Damnation. Not Damnation.
What?
Excommunication.
3 more copies?
Yeah, he played XCOM. You get a Scribe out at 7 power. And then he can play Igor next turn.
You are worthy neither of mercy nor forgiveness.
Now there's a Fire Scorpion. And there's an Enslaved 6. Because if you banish a Firestorm, you see the top 3 cards. But I think you're right, Akatosh, since you... well... So there's trade-offs, right? Furco gives Intimidation to Cleaver, which means when you play it, it goes to Sap 6. But Novi Justice is in the deck. And we got like Sewer Raiders and all of this crap.
Who spilled my ink? Confess or be damned.
Here comes Igor. We didn't play Chorus Blacksmith, so it's just gonna get I mean, it was getting yoinked anyway. Regardless, I guess, unless you get it to 9. But there's the yoink. War Council finds Menno,
Discipline, my lords.
which can play Assassination, I guess.
Nothing will stop us.
He's gonna play Abduction and set it into False Siri, into another coded weapon. Coded weapons are really... Whoa, what? Just, okay, so he just wants the points. He wants the card. Novograd's still chilling in our hand, by the way. We have 2 scribes, so we gotta go. But then what do we do in round 3? That gets hard to sequence. Yo, GG in Japan. And Earsmeister. Gonna attempt to hear us now. Kepka doesn't need to do anything risky. He has this game. I mean, he's got a pretty big lead. And Cyrus still hasn't played Novigrad. This is 1 coin a turn. And Resilience. This is like a really good card. It's 13 provisions. I would have sequenced round 2 completely differently. I would have opened with Urko, Nova Justice, kill the Sandor, and then you play Novigrad, and then like that bank was
A highly curious case.
here comes a remedy. Like at this point,
Sewers remind me of
Pepto is just
back
chilling,
home.
right? If you're gonna play Cleaver, you play Novigrad first. Because it's 4 coins. That's 1 Cleaver summon. And you just... If opponent, like, over... Oh, my
Stenches
God,
get
no.
stenches. Oh, you've done it now.
Now we have to full leader.
You're lucky to keep your feet.
He does get the Sesame out of it.
Stand.
Well, now we're caught up, right? Now we're up 6 points. We're hoping our Cleaver survives. So we're gonna play a 4-coin card as our last play. Here comes Stefan.
Revolution is inevitable. Merely a
Thing
matter
is,
of
Kefko doesn't have anything left. Like literally nothing left. Like Helga with assassination is something. But again, Cyrus doesn't have a lot left either. Oh, Kepko has... No, Kepko has the drone. Kepko is fine. We can't play Novigrad. It doesn't get us ahead. Jeej. We could play it, yeah. What if Cyrus draws the drone? Well, it's put at the bottom of the deck. So he's not draw. He did play bank. He did play bank. It's theoretically possible. Oh my god. He's gonna draw Nova Justice. No, he didn't. Okay, at least he didn't draw that, but still, it's pretty good. What if he flips a deck around? What if he flips the table? Then he has a chance, yeah. What if the Temerian RB shows up? Okay, Kepko can literally hero pass. Hey, Bison King. The fat drone. Just play Lippy and he has cards.
Perhaps a different ingredient. An active one.
What are we doing? Prophet Libiota? No, we're playing Lieutenant Von Hurst. Oh, we are so coping.
Target acquired.
It's gone. Oh man, okay. So Kepko's gonna tie up the series 1-1. That's just the thing that has happened.
The simplest methods the best result.
I'll play this deck after the tournament. Don't worry. It's just Pepco says no. Cyrus is a trooper though. He is gonna play a disciple.
Renounce sin.
Pepco's just gonna pass. Oh! You know what Cyrus was trying to do? He was trying to get to exactly 69 points across 3 rounds. He ended up at 68. So, Not quite a moral victory, but... But that's 1-1. Guess who got a bath earlier today? Kinda wet though. There's game number 3. The winner of this goes to the finals to play... I didn't look to see who won the other series. So we'll hear it in a second. Okay, it's going to be a monster showdown. Both players won with their NG decks, and now it's going to be MO versus MO. You can't really say there was a faction problem. Ninja Pang beat Eurosmeister and is waiting in the finals for the winner of the series. Yeah, Chi-Chi. Picking Seas Jackal was the play. Well, and then not spending everything, just spending only once. His Majesty is presentable. He got a bath today. So Kepko playing Araka Swarm is gonna try, and I guess the goal will be to bleed out the tome and try to have a short round 3. So round 1 is gonna be crucial for both players. Cyrus looks like he's playing Operator into Flutter, and without Riptide in hand for Kepko, he can't answer this Flutter. Right? Parasite's not enough. There's no Stalker in this deck. So what will Kepko's response be? Will he just play... I mean, I don't think he can give up the rounds. So he's gotta play for like Spontaneous Evo, Araka's Behemoth, Araka's Nest, and then Yen. He can't play Golden Necker. He does have a Spore in hand. That Spore is going to actually play for a lot of points. Cyrus needs to commit the second Flater, and he does. So Cyrus is not messing around. He wants the round, and he wants to win it on even, if possible, even. Or at least he's threatening to. Of course, Kepko's deck also has good tempo. I think Cyrus's Riptide isn't going to find a good target this game. Thanks for the follow, Leshinesco. Happy to have you with us. Hope you're enjoying the tournament. But it's Cyrus's turn. He can just play Nekorat or Alp. Either one will demand an answer. Nekorat can only be answered with Parasite, and it is, in fact, gonna be answered with Parasite, I think. No reason not to. Cyrus splitting Rose is, I think, a bit of a misplay. He could have because if he had put them on the same route, this turn he would just drop a Witch Apprentice. And start getting 2 points a turn that way, because it wouldn't be able to get answered. But he will be able to do that next turn. That's, I think, fine also. His Riptide is actually getting armor, which may play for a point or two. So maybe that's why he split. That's something I didn't consider. So Kepko now can only play 2 cards. He can play Siri Nova and Spore. Right? Or I guess... yeah, because this... like, he could play Wispus into Bone Talisman, but I don't think that's... might be what he does, actually. And just save Siri for round 2 into round 3. We should see Witch Apprentice now. Oh. Lampkin is kind of cute. But that gets Kepko to play his Spore now. Because, like, Lampkin was a clog, right? Cyrus now has a 13 instead of... was that his Verena? Oh, no. He could have gotten it with just an Ice Giant. But he committed... I mean, it makes sense because... well, kind of makes sense. This deck doesn't have anything that boosts except for, you know, from Bone Talisman. Verena wouldn't have played for a lot, but it was still a good card. Like, he went from 11, maybe to 13, into another card of 13. And he could have played this first. Because that clog is only temporary. And it's not like he has other bleeds, right? I think if I'm Kepko, I just play Bone Talisman here and end the round. Like, because the Verena in hand was 6 plus 8, 14 plus 4. Yeah, that transforming Verena was a big mistake. Misplay. And that's what we see. We see Bone Talisman.
Your deepest, darkest dreams,
And now we have
I
Queen of the
believe
Night come
in you.
down. And I guess Cyrus actually does win the round by just playing a thing from... wait, he's getting... yeah, Ice Giant is actually... Alright, once again, I don't know what I'm talking about. Cyrus knows better. Except, I think, last game. Last game was... like I said, doomed either way, but I think it could have been played a different way. Cyrus needs to draw Golden Necker or mana. He could decree for mana, and he also has Maxi in the deck. Probably mulligans Necromancy every time, right? Yeah, there's no specials left in deck. Unless he's planning on going a long round. And, you know, he probably auto-wins the long round. As long as he doesn't brick. So we could see him hold on to these 2 cards. And then that's what he does. He's going to hold on to them. He's going to pass. And then he's going to... he doesn't want either of these in his hand for Golden Necker. Right? So he holds them in his hand. Now he mulligans them. He knows he's not going to mulligan into a brick. In fact, he just draws Golden Necker directly. These are going to be... Necromancy and Necromancer's Tome are automatic mulligans. I mean, in theory, he could mulligan Decree. But they're both good. Like, off of Golden Necker. There's Necromancy. He draws the mana. Mana will give him Jotun. And his decree is probably Protoflutter as a finisher. He can play Maxi to make sure neither of these two is on top. I suppose it's fine if Jotun is on top. He can play he can play Maxi to put like Protoflutter on the bottom, or Ice Giant on the bottom. He's just gonna open Golden Necker. And this is unfortunate because now Nat Selection, Riptide both easily answer. But he does have 3 engines on the board. And Kepco can answer 1 now, 1 next turn, and then 1 the following turn. I think Kepco might be fine. There is another Flutter, but no leader charges. This Neckarat is gonna have to be like the best Neckarat ever Neckarat. Piggy isn't gonna do anything. Yeah, I think playing Maxi first was probably better. Yes, like you play Golden Necker, you get your engines down, and you avoid Serquan. But like Serquan with leader, it's always getting value. If anything, if they play their Serquan early, you're happy because they lose points. This deck does not run Oriana, so there is not really explosive engine potential left.
Do not
See
make
Mata.
me beg.
Mata draws the Jotun. Serquan answers one of the Neckarats, and that is the Kepco's control gone. He still has a Wolfsbane, but he could get, if he gets Naglfar, he's still fine. The Kepco's Golden Necker is pretty good. Or pretty solid. Right there. Kepco's points are going to come from Chimera. Each of these drones is actually worth 3.
My pain serves a
Lemons
purpose.
isn't doing anything, it's just the cosmetic Lemons. But it is adding 6 points so that when Jotun is played, maybe the Witch Apprentice can grow. I think instead of Lemons, the play was Royal Decree into Flutter. Oh no, there's not enough. There's not another Flutter in the graveyard. Okay. So it was Royal Decree into either Ice Giant is 14. Yeah, I guess. Here we go. I see Golden Necker come down because now Wolfsbane has a target. We're going to see another Chimera. That is a lot of points. $24 to 52. Osman could be for 6. I mean, 6 provisions? Osman was fine, honestly. It's very good at 7. Or it's a very good card. And it's organic.
Fool me once, death on you. No one gets to fool me twice.
I think Swarm decks have gotten a lot of love recently. The biggest thing holding Swarm back is Kiki Queen should be 9 provisions, and Golden Necker is too expensive. They did get a provision back this season, so that's something. But it's just gonna have like good and bad matchups. This evolution is gonna go on a beast, so I think Cyrus is. Yeah, he's basically done. Doesn't have the points, I don't think. His Riptide does play for 16 points, thanks to that round 1. Click, bleed. Free Ice Giant for 14. Wait. So this is 9 points. 10 points. He's losing 1. This is 15. Plus 2, 17. Oh my god. Cyrus loses by 1 point. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. The click on Dole du Lac decides a video game. Holy crap. Okay, so Kepko barely escapes Cyrus. That's crazy. I wonder if delaying Golden Necker by 1 turn would have changed things. Like playing Maxi first? I don't know. I mean, that was definitely winnable after round 1. Crazy game. Okay, so Kepko advances to the finals, where he'll be facing against Ninja Pang. So I'm gonna update the title. Start the finals. And it's gonna be Kepko. Typing with cat. Obligatory cat break in between games. Against why is this already so intense? Hey Irvis. It's always like that. Yeah, we had 2 close games. Okay, so Cyrus's lineup is out. What a great showing. I'm sad we didn't get to see Eurosmeister play. But we are gonna see Ninja Pang versus Kepko next. Let's take a look at Ninja Pang's decks. So Ninja Pang brought Temple Drog with Kimbolt as your NR deck. Whoever wins gets laid. True. Like, if you're looking for tips on how to pick up attractive members of the opposite sex, keep in mind that if you win the tournament, the champ command gets updated with your name. So you see an attractive person, you're like, hey girl, did you know that right now in Moshcraft's channel, if you type !champ, you get my name? I mean, it's GG at that point. Infinite love. Hack confirmed. Alright, so Ninja Pang's second deck is Shoop Henry with Heatwave and Calvite. So it's double cross Henry with Cynthia DMT. Another deck that I think Miamon popularized. Well, I know Miamon's version had DMT. I don't actually remember if this is Miamon's deck. But it is Shoop Henry double cross with Sandor. And then we have Pirates Cove Collusion. So this is Siggy Mastermind. This is a Syndicate deck that basically dodged all the nerfs, except lost 1 power on Shady Vendors. Right? Am I saying that correct? I think so. I don't think anything else got nerfed here. So it lost 2 power on shady vendors, but you're fine with that, I think. And then finally, Precision Strike. Double check, make sure I started the round. I did. So the players are doing their bans right now. They're considering. And it's a best of 5. So we're going to get to see the winning player will have to win with all 3 of their decks. Or 3 out of 4, whichever one doesn't get banned. Create bugs once again alive with vendor. Yeah, I mean it's always alive, but yeah, it's you're guaranteed to get pulling the strings every time you play a shady vendor. For those who may not have been may not be in the loop on that one, some research has shown that Gwent RNG isn't RNG. There is some order. We don't know exactly what. Last I checked, we didn't know exactly what determines the order. It's not release date. It's not last time the card was updated. And it's not like alphabetical with any fashion that we've surmised. But some cards are just first. Like, they're just more likely to show up in the create. So, pulling the strings, for example, is just much more likely to be one of the shady vendor options, which, or actually, it's guaranteed. Even if there's like 4 or 5 provision specials, shady vendor is always one of them, one of the 3 you see. So like, you actually don't even need to play Rune Mage. So this is Ninja Pang's Precision Strike deck. He also plays Pavko, but he plays Shiro, All God, and Sim Speckle Plans with Brockulon Sentinels in the deck. 2 Circle of Lives. So this is all about getting value from Shiro and setting up Shiro, with the kicker of your leader, All God, is a lot of points. So here we go. Game number 1 between Ninja Pang and Kepco. Determine the winner of Mosh Weekly number 105. For anyone watching who doesn't know, we do this community tournament every Sunday at noon Central. Bring 4 decks. Come play. Everyone is welcome to play. There's no entry fee. And the winner gets laid. So, could go wrong. So, game 1, Ninja Pang gets blue coin. It's interesting because Kepco banned Ninja Pang's Precision Strike, and Ninja Pang banned Kepco's Hefty Helga deck, but left Self Wound in. So, no invite for you? Oh no, disaster. Winner gets laid by Eudora. So just sort of an NR. Yeah, this is a very interesting deck to play because you have oh, this one doesn't have siege. I guess it makes sense. It's running Temple and Kimbolt and Drog. And relog. Okay. Yeah, we'll wait, Kepco, and if, you know, if it doesn't happen, we'll just reset the game or whatever. Buddy, detail. It worked? Excellent. You meant to buy me on 2 or 3 seasons? Yeah. I mean, at this point, it's harder to play a non-Miamon deck than a Miamon deck. Or sorry. Yeah. That's what I said what I meant. I said it right. A lot of times it's not necessarily strictly invented, but it's like a top player shows how successful a deck can be. So in game 1, Ninja Pang opts for playing their Henry deck from Blue Point, and Kepco's playing Precision Strike from Red. I think this is a good I mean, you just never know. Like with Henry, it's like you just don't know. Anything could happen, honestly. So I'm just excited to see what we see. To see what happens. I'm excited. Excitement. Henry's such a fun card.
I'm impressed.
It can be.
If this is me now,
It's very dynamic. And this is Henry with double cross. So you give him a card and you get to play it if you want to. There's a lot of different lines that this deck can take, and so it provides a lot of room for skill expression. We see Ninja Pang opening with Cynthia. Cynthia puts a construct in the opponent's deck. That means then later Abduction can play that construct for a lot of points because this construct is considered 0 provisions, right? So Abduction will boost it by 10. It's pretty good. 13 provision cards. Ninja Pang immediately locks one of the fledglings. And important to note, Ninja Pang does not have Calvite in hand. So he locks the fledgling, but then Pavko Gale comes down, and now he doesn't have a lock for that. See a Buhurt on the fledgling, and then we have Crystal Skull quick. This is very like much, hey, I'm gonna lose the round kind of energy. Kepco plays Antherion, which is another Harmony card.
my name. I don't recall.
Ninja Pang responds by playing Obsidian Mirror. Popko takes out the Antherion. Actually, there's a decent amount of harmony in this deck, right? So between the fledglings, Popko, and Therion, and then you got Oak Critters that are Treants. This is a Witcher. This is a Machine. Dryad, Elf. Like, and then there's Barnabas as well, which is a gnome. We have a dragon. We have dwarves. Heck, even this construct, if you were to play it, would proc harmony. So I kind of like what Kepco has done, honestly, with this deck. This is, I think, their own creation, and they were playing Gezras before it got buffed. So kind of, for me, it's a pleasure, like seeing the decks people bring to the tournament. So, Kepco actually drew the construct, but chose not to keep it. This deck does have Sandor, though, right? No, it doesn't. I don't know why I thought it was a Sandor. There's no Sandor. Abduction can be used to play what Henry created, and then or what Cynthia put. Or both, right? Because it's an Echo card. But we see Kepco open with Dwarven Chariot. And Ninja Fang does have Calbeat in hand. He's
A bit
gonna
of blood
open with
letting.
Remedy into Antherion. It makes sense. And Kepko's gonna respond with Saskia and give armor to it. This is not enslaved, so you can't just yoink the Saskia. It's double cross. Yeah, and no Henry. Like, you ideally want to have Henry.
There is
You play it
nothing.
before Calvi, but it will still be useful for giving your opponent a brick, and also for maybe playing like a Vilgefortz or something you gave them from with abduction. We saw Redea get played, get Harmony. Redea's human though, and there's not going to be a lot of ways to proc Harmony. I mean, Diplo will maybe be something, but this Chariot didn't get answered, so now Zoltan is a 1 point a turn engine, and that's gonna be significant because that's basically up to 6 points with one armor, like right? I wonder if maybe Ninja Fang should have tried to fish for something with Diplo or Lydia to try and answer the Chariot, but he's in a bit of a tough spot, I think. Especially with like this armor now, 4 units of armor, so Shoop 13 isn't really an option. Are we gonna see a lock? No, he does not find a lock, but he's just gonna go for resilience. No, damage 4. Damage 4, but this is just gonna get armor again. Okay, Ninja Fang's in trouble. There's a bunch of units on the back row for Gezras. There's Frog Mating Season. It looks like we're gonna see Moran get played. Just for 7 points instead. I'm not sure why you would attack a body in the front if you were planning to play Gezras, so it seems like Tepko's just not going to play Gezras. He might just be happy with this and saying, hey, I win the long round, or I win the short round with, well, let's say with Frogs and Mating Season and Backup Plan and Gezras, but yeah, it's just the sequencing that I was wondering about. Like I would have thought Frogs first and then Moran, but or just Frogs and past. But he's now up 15 points. Abduction isn't enough to catch up. It's gonna be double cross leader, and he finds he grabs Gezra.
Mutation process.
He's gonna abduction into the Guardian. Now he knows exactly what Kepko has. The Kepko has full leader, Simless, and Gezras for a short round 3. And he could just lock CRM now. Like you said, there isn't a lot left to lock.
There's a great deal to
No Henry for Ninja Fang is pretty tragic. Yeah, Kepko could also just try and go for a 2-0. But I think if he was doing that, yeah, has to get D-Wave. Ninja Fang is still ahead. But Kepko is now going to lock the Gezras and get ahead. And he's going to full leader. Okay. He's going to keep Simless for a short round 3. Maybe. Double last day with Simless into double backup plan is still a lot. Giant Slayer is pretty cool here. 6 points, I think. I don't see any of the other cards being that much better.
Kraken! It's the easiest part of the job.
Okay, we're gonna see backup plan. The Kepko is just out for blood.
At your age.
He knows Calbeetle doesn't play round one. He knows the deck he's against, and he knows that he can just finish it off. Yeah. So good call out there by Claustrophobics.
Watch and learn.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. 61 to 30. Yeah, this is over. So Lydia into backup plan. Not enough points in the video game. Even gets an archer. Which is like decent, but not decent enough.
There's no escape.
Okay, so Kepko wins the first game with their Precision Strike deck. So that's through. And Ninja loses a game on Blue Coin. But now players have to decide what to play in game 2. Make sure they're not waiting on me. This will update here in a second. So, Kepko has to play either Araka Swarm or Self Wound. It's probably going to be Araka Swarm. So if you're Ninja Pang, you try to... I think maybe this Henry deck might be Ninja Pang's downfall. I'm not seeing how they get it through. He does have Heat Wave, so... And Double Cross. Like, I think it can do okay against the Self Mode. That's how you get this deck through, I think. So, given that I don't expect Kepko to play Self Wound from Blue. I mean, I don't know. Because this isn't traditional Self Wound. This is Golden Necker. This deck is Blue Coin playable. But like, let's say that it wasn't. Let's say this was a Red Coin deck. You would try to play something else here, and then next game play Henry from Blue and try to beat Self Blue. No, I don't know. Yeah, Kepko does play Self Blue from Blue, and Ninja is just gonna play the Drog Temple out of deck from Red, and say it's in hand. No Temple, but this is Tinser, right? So you can grab Temple, guaranteed. You just have to play another card first, because you can't do it when you have 10 cards in hand, right? So Kepko opens with Armored Drakkar, and Ninja Pang responds with the Reinforced Ballista. We should see a Spellbolt Priest next. And I expect it to get answered with a Boiling Oil. It's a little awkward because like you want to click the Ballista, right? And then willing only click it again, but the Armored Drakkar gets 1 point if you remove the armor. Thank you for the sub. See you in hell. Appreciate the support. So here comes Temple. There was a Henselt. Demovand, okay. And Priscilla for Demovand again. Or Gerha. I mean, I don't know. Oh boy. So Kepko responds with Melusine. He's going to start building carryover. And is there a way to deal with that? I don't think there is. For Ninja Bang. Like boiling oil is 7 points. Or 7 damage rather. So it would never catch up to Melusine. Interestingly, Ninja Bank has not clicked Temple, so Ninja is just giving up this round. There's a Melusine on the board. He does not want to give it any more carryover. If he was playing this round, he would have clicked Melusine and grabbed and saves already. So, oh. Okay, well, right, he's gonna play Vandergrift. But you do want to get down for now.
You're good. Real good.
Kepko ends up thinning Saris out as well. Melusine is up to 13 base power. I'm not sure who has the advantage here. Because on the one hand, yeah, winning round 1 is nice, but... and getting some Melusine carryover to 15. But... Saris is gone. Opponent didn't commit anything. Just set up carry with Ronvid and Vandergrift and Temple. And Saris will be, what, 13? Demovan is in hand for Ninja Fang. Boiling Oil is unlocked in the scene. The following turn? Yeah, I guess that was a play. So... Blue Boy comes down, gets leader 3 times, and it takes care of Vandergrift. Kepko doesn't want Vandergrift in the short round 3, and that makes sense. So his plan, again, as Golden Necker, is to bleed, have a short round 3, and try to win with just Golden Necker points. But he did draw the totem, which is the only artifact available. So Kepko can't really bleed down to 1. He has to bleed down to 2. Sorry, just adjusting the levels a little bit. Boiling Oil does answer the Blue Boy Lugos. But that's gone. No Hafu target there. Okay. Kepko says, I don't care. I'm just going to play the totem. So he's going to play a 2-card Golden Necker in round 3. And he's hoping that that will be enough. He also has an Offering to the Sea and a Flaminica. So those are long round cards. It's not looking good for our Gallagher player here. You see Henselt come down. This is the free Henselt from Temple into Siege Tower. And he gets Ronvid in the correct position to get crew on his Siege Tower. That's skilled. GLR 35. Yeah, you're about an hour and a half late. But there will be another one next week, same time as usual. I've been a little distracted, so I didn't post the tournament link until this morning. Until we had since it was short notice, we had 4 players sign up. But I'll have the next week's available sooner.
If I live to see it.
This might have been your only shot at winning the tournament. Or 35. With a smaller field. Now you'll never know.
To arms, men.
So Olaf comes down and is clicked. Golden Necker into Olaf into Canute. So all happened in one turn. And then Canute itself got locked, so Olaf was able to go to 19 power. Ninja Bank still has Ada, still has Enseus, still has Demoband. Question is, yeah, and there's no answer for Demoband, so... The short round play for Kepko is... Malice seen from Sigrifa? I don't know, man. Yeah, I won once? Oh yeah, you did win once. I thought you got second place, but did you win?
Success lies in winning, not in being persistent.
Thanks. I believe you. So Kepko's going to use leader charges and offering to the sea to trigger both their abominations. What was this used on?
Fall overboard and I'm not jumping in after you.
I shall fight 100 duels!
So Radovid is at most 28 points, right? Brainus and Brainy.
I've not the slightest intention of debating matters.
Kepko passes. He's up 19 points. The question is, can Ninja Japan get there without playing Enseiso? And I think he easily can. So this will pull out another 4 power card, which is one of these 3. So he has a 2 out of 3 chance of getting a Karak Marine, which is 8 points. Demovan, Finn the Squire, and a Ballista. So clicking this is 4 plus 8, 12. And then you just play AA. Actually, you just play AA for like a Squire. It doesn't matter. He could have AA'd for a Karak Marine if needed. So he just needs 8 points now. Actually, he had to get lucky. He had to win the 2 out of 3 here.
Scrub this,
Blood alone can my maid's honor unbesmirched!
Right? No. Because Ronman would have popped out even if he got a Squire. I forget that AA boosts a card. But this Temple deck, with these draws, was probably always getting through, like, on red coin. The most important thing is going to be, I think, Henry. The Henry NG deck. Kepko stopping that is going to be, I think, his ticket to winning the finals. Oh, Max Vermeer? R35? You played against Troko? That's hilarious. Yeah, Troko is a former pro. Or he used to be in the same team as like Poisson. He was in like this one of the long time ago Gwent Masters tournaments. He was like a top 16 player or something. He hangs out in my chat, occasionally plays in the tournaments. That does sound familiar. So Ada is Ninja's, you know, immune card that's going to get 5 points a turn because there's no answers left. And I don't see these bronzes doing anything to stop Ada. There's even a 28-point Enseus. This game is kind of Jover. I am Gwent Master. Also true. We're washed pro, but yes, I think Troko would agree that he's a washed former pro. So cool watching this little fella walking all over the screen. Is this your dream come true? Let me blow your mind then.
You're good.
So much business going on.
Good.
There's a Draug, there's Revenants, there's, you know, real business stream. Yes. The decks that I used here you go, Sparrow. Exclamation 30.
Have you no honor? Stand and fight!
So there's that Enseus. Just takes out what was basically an 8-point card. 66 to 27. I'm not talking about what's going on. It's because this round been over.
Tomorrow we sup at home!
81 to 38. Thanks.
The goddess protect you from all evil.
Yeah, I don't think a 15-point Melusine is gonna be enough. $82 to 61 ends up being a 21-point. So it was a little closer than it seemed. But yeah, that Golden Necker with Totem probably doomed Kepko. Like with Totem in hand. If he had been able to Golden Necker, then maybe he wins a round 3. With Olaf and Melusine, he was doing good. Doing decent, rather. Yeah. Thanks for the follow. She's a cursed knight. Alright, so quick ad between games. So hopefully we don't get interrupted for the next hour. Appreciate you guys being here. Ninja versus Kepko. So talk. Shut up, you're a subscriber. I don't have ads for subs. Yo, I saw Twitch. I saw Twitch added like a way to save streaks. Who do you like? Do you have like a is there like a Finnish C-suite person that works at Amazon that you called up and you're like, yo, brother, listen, put down the fermented fish. I need a favor to ask of you. I am trying to make this guy play Uma Musume, and I'm worried about missing my streaks. Could you please put in like an undo button? You won that sub in the last tourney, yep. And says, have you no honor when he has secretly a massive power boost from Temple? Yeah. No, I've always thought the Northern Realms duelers are basically garbage people. Like, they're not knights. There's nothing honorable about a duel where, like, you hit first always, and, like,
Patience
It's like
is not a virtue I am known to
you,
have.
you know in the movie Gladiator when Commodus is fighting Maximus, and before the match starts, he like has somebody stab, like he stabs him in the back with a knife or in the side or something, and then he's like trying to like parade like, oh, look at me, Emperor of Rome, look how much of a warrior I am. I am defeating Maximus the Spaniard, the you know, the rule, what is it, General of the Northern Legions or whatever his title is. That's what Insane does. Like before the fight starts, he shivs you in the gut because he gets to hit first. Same with Selkirk. Like he's like he's 5 power and he can kill a 7 because he hits first. It's cheating. He's a dirty, rotten cheater. Yeah, plus they dope and they shield and whatnot. But here we go. Ninja Bang is playing his Shoop Henry deck, which he has to get through. Or at least I'm seeing it as the hardest deck to get through. Opened with heavy cavalry with Curse Scroll, and it got answered by a Riptide. Not that it was ever going to get all that much value in this matchup, but Kepko's Riptide helps him get dominance. He can play Wild Hunt Riders now. It's a pretty good Diplo from Ninja Bang. We'll play for like 10 points maybe.
Few poachers dare venture.
And he's gonna try and ride the Thrive curve with his Van Morlehem Servants. Since locks don't get any value in this matchup, there's literally nothing to lock. So you might as well play it now for 5 plus 2 Thrive. So the real question is for me is, how does Ninja get out of this round without losing on even? And I think the answer probably is he doesn't. So do you Henry in round 1 or not? Is Joust going to get value in this matchup? Probably not. It's probably the least valuable card that Ninja Bang has in their hand. And Snorisa, thank you for this Prime in 2 months. I appreciate the sub. Everybody priming today. Thank you. Appreciate it. Wanting away indeed. Also, shout out to my YouTube viewers. I see all 20 of you there. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Here comes Yen. Round 1 Yen. Kepko's not messing around. He really wants to win on even. And he's gonna get it. It's also because there's no coup in this deck, yeah. So I don't... was that an overcommitment? I don't know. Like, Bone Talisman's always good. Yen is only good if you have way more opponent units than the opponent. So, I don't know. Hey, Vishkag. What's the pile? So, it's a tournament game. It's actually the finals of my weekly community tournament. I do one every Sunday. And the score is actually 1-1. My bad. I'm not updating that in time. The Nilfgaard player is playing Shoop Henry, Double Cross, and Kepko is playing Golden Necker, Arrakis Swarm. So this deck tries to put a bunch of units on the board and play cards like Bone Talisman and Serikwan that benefit from Swarm, as well as Chimeras, which boost all the drones in a row. The NG player is trying to play Henry to create a bunch of golds in their deck and an opponent's deck. Then they can play Calvi and put all those golds at the top. You can also give your opponent a card that isn't good for them, but maybe is good for you, and you leader it. This deck doesn't have a ton of tactics, so it's not guaranteed to have Calvi in round 1. But he actually played Calvi before Henry. That's very interesting to me. It's not like the tempo matters. Is that a mistake? Majority of monster are very bad, so he literally just doesn't want them.
A surprise.
Yeah, but like, what if he got Unseen Elder? He's not good. It wouldn't be that good. I guess that's actually the reason. You guys are right. But here's what's gonna happen. Lydia is gonna go front row, and he's gonna get a Purify because it's very high chance to get it. I guess he's not in a hurry to do that. So, does Ninja Bank want to hold Henry till like... Yeah, there it is. Called it. It was basically guaranteed. I have a feeling it's one of those that's...
Please, pay no heed to my face.
Wait, what? Okay, so he didn't want... This is technically 5 more points. Just Nat selection? Kepko's just chilling and thinning. He really wants to draw Golden Necker. Because this deck without Golden Necker is just dead. In any round length. But I think... I guess One Talisman always could get value later. Are we saving Parasite for anything? Probably not. Here comes Shoop. Shoop without Rune Mage. He does get... He goes for boost 4 and actually gets ahead. He wants... Ninja Bang wants the extra card. There's 2 more turns of Frost. Here comes Sarah Quan. Hold on. That's 9 and 3. Why did we kill... Was Radan 12 power or did Ninja Pang waste points? Oh, it was 13. Okay. My bad. Oh, right. The shoot boost 4. So that was actually the most points there could be. So it makes sense to play that first before like Bone Talisman.
I've served in Novigrad.
And well, Bloody Mistress is decent. And here comes Double Cross. Into Menno. Into what, battle stations? Oh, sorry, abduction. Abduction into Henry. Sorry, into Anna Henrietta.
Thing I cannot abide.
There comes Wolfsbane. 16 plus 7 is 23. But leader charges could get it there. So 9. Yeah. Ninja could play Bloody Mistress now. Ninja still has battle stations left in the deck. Right? What am I saying? There's no battle stations. Ninja is drawing Rune Mage, Cynthia, DMT, and Roderick. Right? Yeah. There's Bloody Mistress with 2 leader charges to establish Sabbath. Gets the drones. Was there a decree in this deck? There is not. The mana was always a break. Kefko decides he's fine. Like, he won on even. He can just shorten the round some more. Ninja Pang is also like happy here. He's just going to keep playing bronzes. Yaka was solo carry. Yeah. Yappity yap yap yap. So Bone Talisman's actually a lot of points.
Victory is on the wing.
But Ninja Bank still gets ahead with just Battle Prep. And Kepko's going to trade his last card for 7 points. I don't think you're ever leader here. He's going to have Siri Nova, and then he's hoping that he draws Golden Necker. Vigo into Witcher Mentor is enough. That's a big part of why you play Henry is for your Viper Witcher Mentor. Like, you give your opponent... wait. Where are the other cards? Should there be more golds in the opponent's deck? No, because Runemage wasn't played. But still, Menno, a Fawn, what was the third card? Oh, Anna, which he abducted. Right. So this abduction can play a Fawn, but more importantly, Kepko missed Golden Necker. And we know it's not this because Henry puts it at the bottom. So Golden Necker was in like the bottom 2 cards of his deck. You can thin all you want, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. You can't try Yaga. Yeah, we know. We just want to say things like Yaga will win the game.
You shall know the Emperor's fury!
At least Kepko gets his Afon out.
I'm impressed.
But as usual, Arrakis leader trolls by going in the incorrect row, so it costs Kepko a point there. Let's see if that 1 point ends up being a difference. Here comes Abduction for 13 points. And we're going to see Spores, actually, for 11. And that is, in fact, enough. So Kepko does beat Shoop Henry with his Golden Necker Arrakis Swarm deck, making the series 2-1. Puts himself on match point. Ninja Pang now has to win the last 2 games, whereas Kepko only needs 1 win. I think... yeah, winning with that Golden Necker, like I said, I think the Shoop deck was going to be Ninja's crutch in this series. And it's so far it has been. It's lost twice. I thought it might have been able to beat... Actually, I don't know. Siri Nova, yeah. Yeah, like, considering how many points Ninja Pang ended up winning round 2 with, like, he had a big margin because he ended up being forced to play Vigo. Obviously, it's like hindsight 2020, and we don't know if the counterfactual, if it all would have gone the way that it did. But if he had... I wonder if Ninja Pang had gone Lydia into Purify, like 5 less points, but next round opponent would have had 8 less points. Leader is a bit clunky with estimate engines. No, the idea with Double Cross Leader is it's a lot worse if you don't draw your Rune Mage. And so far, first time Ninja played this, he didn't draw his Henry at all. And he drew his Calvide round 2 and he got 2-0'd. And then this game, he didn't draw... he's been playing it on Blue Coin both times. And he's lost on Even both times. This game, he didn't draw a Rune Mage. Rune Mage makes the leader significantly better. And it shows you opponent's whole hand, which against Kepko's decks, which thin so much and they play Golden Necker, it's not as useful probably. But in some other situations, like seeing your opponent's 5 cards exactly is a big advantage. But yeah, this is the final. Ozu. This song not being in the official Gwent soundtrack has always been a crime. What a bop. Sorry, YouTube, y'all can't hear it. You guys are listening to a different song. So, Kepko on Blue Coin with Curse Scroll is playing Golden Necker Self-Food. And Ninja Bang now is playing Double Cross Shoop Henry from Red. Let's see if he can finally get the win that he needs. If he doesn't win this game, he's out. But if he does, he will have gotten his so far most challenging deck through. This time he has Calvide in hand and he has Henry in hand. Okay, Hero's Gate, exclamation tourney, always gets you the link. Oh, and he has Rune Mage, yeah. So Ninja Bang finally gets the Exodia. Goop, Henry, Calvide, all in hand. So, and having, like, he's been forced to play Redea and Shoop without Rune Mage as well. Rune Mage is kind of the most important part of this deck. It even affects Vigo, affects Diplos. And SK golds are decent on average. That's also true. I think every faction except for Monster, like every faction is better than Monsters, right? When it comes to Henry. Hero's Gate, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream.
Have a look at that. Like falling stars.
Is it a good strategy playing your worst deck? All opponents are getting through? I think in Conquest format, when you have, like, when you need 3 wins and you have 3 decks to play, you want to identify which of your decks is the most challenging to get through and play it in its optimal coin. And yeah, you do want to play it the most times because you want to give, like, let's say you predict that your Shoop Henry deck will have a 40% win chance or 30% win chance. If you play it 3 times and it gets through on the 3rd game and your other 2 decks have a much higher chance of getting through, then you win. So we see Kepko just playing the Quartermaster followed by Stalwart Priest. Stalwart Priest is a 1-point a turn engine unless it's hitting something that also gets value from being hit. And in this case, like Drummond Queen's Guards are such a thing. As are like things that have armor. At least you don't. It becomes a 2-point a turn if it hits armor. If it hits a Drakkar, it becomes a 3 or 4-point a turn engine. Or sorry, it becomes a. And then I don't know the exact math, but it's like 3 or 4 point a turn once you set up the combo. We have Melusine on the board now. We had a leader charge used on Drummond's Queen's Guard to activate it. Right now, this is a 1-point a turn because it's just hitting a card that would be fine otherwise. Unless Flaminica comes on the board, and then it's different. But I don't think Kepko wants to play Flaminica. And Ninja Bang also, I forgot to mention, had Heatwave in hand. Heatwave on Melusine is huge because now Kepko is not getting nearly as much blue point carryover value. So here we are. Here comes Little Hofbrew. Plays for 9 points. Ninja doesn't have to swirl the Melusine because he heat waved it. I think. Wait, Ninja again plays Calvite before Henry. And he just passes here. So I guess maybe in this deck you just don't want a Henry before Calvite. I'm not sure. I guess Ninja passes there because he didn't want to use his lock. He want to save it for something else. Swirl was too low tempo. He could get tempo passed on. And he didn't want to play his other cards. Net deck without watching back. I don't think that's the issue here for Ninja. Ninja usually only brings decks to this tournament that they're comfortable playing. So Kepko is
Stare at me stump again. See
opening with Bear Witch Quartermaster. We don't yet know if they're gonna bleed. In a long round, Opera Singers could brick. Ninja Bag plays a Van Morlehem Hunter. Answer Bear Witch Quartermaster. That's really interesting. I'm wondering why. Yeah, and Kepko just passes. Like, he has Offering to the Sea, which is good in a long round, because it, in theory, play for 18 points. Usually doesn't, but like, could play for 18 points. Has good synergy with Flaminica. And the Shoop Henry deck has a limited amount of control, right? There's an Assassination. There's Shoop itself, which is getting played. It's going to be Resilience. But 10 extra points in a 10 card round 3 is a lot less impactful than 10 extra points in a 4 card round 3. Legendaries that are not in the opponent's deck. That are not from the opponent's starting deck. So we do see Kepko has Golden Necker in hand. And Totem and Decree are in the deck, along with Ceres Fearless. So both players have gotten basically ideal draws this game. I think neither can really complain about RNG so far. Cynthia is the proactive play of choice for Ninja Pang. Kepko has a lot of engines. We'll have to see what he starts with. Will we see an Assassin on the Armored Drakkar? I don't think we should, but it's not a terrible Assassinate.
As good as dead, that lot.
Because that Drakkar was just going to get value all game. But now everything else is pretty much free. Lydia can answer this, but I don't think you want to answer this because Totem exists. So this doesn't really provide much value otherwise. But yeah, here we go. Lydia. Lydia into Gutting Slash will be the play. Oh my god, I am milk garbage. I get to create cards instead of playing my own cards. I don't believe in it. I'm the guy that comes over your house and sticks his finger into your mayonnaise and rubs it on my sandwich. I am milk garbage. There we go. Kill card, attack card. C card, kill card, attack helicopter gameplay. 8 provisions. Just creates whatever he wants. Has his way with your cards. And Golden Necker draws the Guardian. The Guardian for 3 points. Oh no. That's a tragic tragedy for Kepko. It was kind of brave Golden Necker before Ceres Fearless is out though. So I don't know. I don't have a lot of sympathy for Kepko. He could have just dropped the Foul Blood Priest. But here we go. Golden Necker, Totem is out. Blue Boy is out. He's haunted by the ghost of his lover's past or whatever. Anyone know what the story is? Just at the bottom? How did we know that? Oh, from Cursed Scroll. Okay, never mind. I'm drunk. Toxic caster knows nothing, and it was actually all well played by Kepko. But still, no, there's no still. There's I can't fix it. I just suck.
Edna and Rosa.
Well, we did know Guardian was on top. That's true.
Well-being.
No matter what we did. I guess we could have waited until Abduction was played. I'm a little garbage player. I create YouTube videos with the title, I play opponent's card better than they do, when really I don't. Play specific cards from opponent's deck. Thanks, Meow. Appreciate it. Oh, and a new pasta was born.
I kneel to
So here comes Canute.
foul blood alone.
Are we doing something with it, or are we just chilling? Okay, so Ceres to heal Blue Bite to full, and then use Leader to get Canute down to 5. This is actually a problem. So Henry gave Kepko a Ramon, which is basically a 4 tempo brick. But Ninja got Tyr. Tyr can be used to answer Olaf, but Kepko has last say, right? What else got created from Henry? So we see there's a Doedric. This is a potential abduction target. There's a Shillard. But I don't think you want a Shillard against Olaf. That would be kind of bad. Usurper can't be put with production, neither can Kingslayer. So it's just Doedric. Right? Doedric is the only option. Redea gets a lock, locks the Canute. So Kepko responds by just killing it and then Sigdrifaing it back out. Which is great because it's not like there was a better Sigdrifa target anyway. So here we are. Ceres, Fearless doing Ceres things. Foulblood Totem is used to get Canute down to 5. And this is going to keep getting value every turn. Right? It's going to hit the blue boy and then damage an enemy unit and then feel it back up and kill a Herald Pal. It is a bit sad for Kepko to not have a Hofru or a Drummond Queen's card. Both of these cards have massive synergy with Flaminica. Wait, what is happening? Oh, it's double cross. So here, Ninja Pang is leadering, and he's trying to decide what to play. I think Flaminica is by far the best option. It plays for 9 points now, and it's going to keep getting value when Offering to the Sea is played. Yeah. Ninja Pang agrees.
At times, nature needs a helping hand.
And he's going to play Dead Man's Tongue and banish something to boost this. Basically, put it outside of the range of Canute.
Accept our sacrifice!
I should take out Cynthia, because this Cynthia is actually going to go all the way to 7. And that's exactly what Kepko does. And then another heal on Blue Boy. Takes out Henry. That's a good snipe. If this had hit Redea, it would get more value to Jaime Flaminica. So this is important to note. This is tier first form. That's why it's 8 power. And it's basically a tall punish. So it's going to be used on the Salvo Priest. It's the only card that's going to get boosted much. Although, if it gets too tall, we could always see a Canute as counterplay. Come on, play the Shillard. Play the. I didn't realize you can play Letho. So yeah, it's going to be Letho on Flaminica again. Oh, That's all on Canute. And because it's 4 power, he's already active? That's hilarious. I had never thought to do that. And the Canute's gone. Wait. How did he kill it? Canute was 5 power, right? How did it die?
I'll fix it. Just don't know how yet.
So Capco plays the Boatmaker to try and protect Sarah's Fearless. She was 9? But then this should have taken 5 damage. Why is it for... Oh, Flaminica healed it. Right. I'm dumb. Thank you, Claustrophobics. Yeah. I mean, I know what this card does. I just had a brain moment, okay? That's like, to have a brain moment, you have to have a brain. Shut up. I want to see you stream. So I can come and point out all of your obvious mistakes. Okay, so it's going to be Wild Boar of the Sea, right? Well... Or Burnout? Wild Boar of the Sea. That's a lot of points. Shoop Henry doing Shoop Henry things.
Ever danced with
Alright, here comes Capco's Flaminica. This should have been on the right side. That's a misplay. I'm calling it. That's actually a misplay. Because now it's not going to heal the blue boy. Because it goes left to right. That's why. 40s now, gains are 50 by the year. Ergar?
Focus on its movements. Quiet the noise in your head.
Save me a seat at the retirement home, alright? The Canute actually takes out the last remaining engine. Well,
History shall remember the art pain.
But this Canute Flaminica is just gonna get all the value. Where's Boat Builder gonna get value? I don't see it getting value anywhere. Just anywhere, because Offering to the Sea exists. How many points did this Flaminica play for? Oh my god. Who was talking about Double Cross not being good? Double Cross, this leader literally played for like 50 points this game. I know there isn't 50 points on the board, but like, it's been healing stuff that Canute's been hitting, as well as offering and other things. Like,
your blade's just an extension of your will.
Oh my god. Kepko has to play Olaf here. Doesn't have any leader charges left. Well, with the priest gone, this tier's actually not getting any value. It's just an 8-point card. I guess no, it's not. It's like it's more. Wait, can he kill the Olaf? He can kill the Olaf! Oh my god, he gets rid of the Olaf. Oh my god, Henry smurfed this game. With Wild Boar of the Sea, and then Double Cross got the Flaminica, and then... Oh boy. Wait! Offering to the Sea is big. Is it massive? Oh my god! 1 point! Holy shit! Oh my god! Boat Builders starts with the armor, and then the Ceres hitting the blue boy into the Ramon. The armor from Ramon mattered. It wasn't a 4-point break. Literally everything we said was just the complete Jesus Christ, what a game. Holy crap. I really thought Shoop was like, that was the game. That was the game. Shoop Henry was gonna get through. But Kepko said nope. Oh my god. Dude, what a wow. Well played by both Ninja Pang. Very well played, actually. Like, that was beautiful Shoop Henry gameplay. Like, he was like, everything you can do, I can do better. I get Wabor of the Sea with Flaminica and Canute from Letho, which I got from Abduction, from your Henry, which... And then Kepko's like, but boat builders, though. But boat builders, though. Like, the Letho to kill, to hit the Redea, to kill the Canute, to also get, like... Wow. What a series, what a finals. It was a short tournament today, but I think that the last game made it all worth it. Thank you for watching on YouTube. I hope you enjoy. And as always, this tournament's open for everybody every Sunday, noon US Central Time. Just show up with 4X beforehand and sign up for the tourney using the tourney command in my channel. Or just grab the link in Discord. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you next time.